I'm trapped in the Hisui region and I only have 24 hours to escape. And the only way to get out is to catch shiny Pokemon. In this challenge, I'll be going into each area in Legends Arceus, and once I enter, I can't leave until I catch a shiny. I bet my roommate $100 that I could escape from all 5 areas in under 24 hours. And I really need that $100. Since I can't leave after entering an area, I won't be able to reset for outbreaks or anything fancy like that. It's just me in the open road, full odds shiny hunting. Anyway, you came here for shinies, not for YouTube intros, so let's get into it. We open up Legends Arceus for the first time in months, and after getting reacquainted with the controls and assembling a crack team of shiny hunting Pokemon, then neglecting to make sure we were full up on balls and other supplies, we head out to begin our challenge in the Obsidian Fieldlands. We officially start playing at 10 a.m. on Thursday, which means we have until 10 a.m. on Friday to get all 5 areas completed. Plenty of time, right? Our challenge actually starts off pretty hot. We have Pokeballs. Yes. And you know what? I'll be honest. A good chunk of my time in the Fieldlands was actually spent relearning how this game works. So after some fall damage, getting all of our buttons mixed up, and generally being accosted by the wildlife, we get back into the swing of things. Then we start making our rounds on our Big Bird Boy Braviary, making sure to hit every shaking tree along the way in search of the ultimate prize. Come on, baby, give me that shiny Melcombee. Permy. Yuck. Oh, how you living, Cascoon? Oh, dear God. I always assumed that the cocoon Pokemon were all sort of immobile before this game. Huh, whatever. So yeah, this is the challenge. We fly around and we see what's up. We'll say playing this game again makes me realize how much I really do enjoy it. I hope they can recreate the peaceful exploration experience a bit in the new Gen 9 games. We'll see though. Anyway, after a little bit, the novelty of playing the game again wears off and we get locked into our search. We lap the area for around 2.5 hours until we hear that sweet sound we've all been waiting for. Let's go. First shiny, this Geodude. But to this point, I haven't thrown any Pokeballs yet, so I start getting really nervous. And that's partially because of a fun little rule that I forgot to mention in the beginning about our encounters. To make this challenge a little bit more spicy, I'm not going to be allowed to save before trying to catch a Pokemon. So if we fail, that's it. Good luck. Find another shiny. So I channel my nervous energy into an elite killer instinct. Guys, chill out. Even with the interference, we're able to sneak up and smack this Geodude in the back with an Ultra Ball, which it hops right in, no questions asked. Look at this guy all blinged out. I do really like shiny Geodude. It's kind of like it came from a rare mineral deposit or something. Like, compare it to the other pleb Geodudes. Anyway, after admiring our new friend for a bit, we use some experience candies to level it up enough until it evolves into a Graveler, who's also pretty dope. Similar vibe to Geodude, just more arms and more girth. Oh, good night. At this point, we use a link cord to evolve this thing one last time into a Golem. And while I was admiring our new Golem, I got to thinking, what happens between the Graveler and Golem evolution to turn this thing from a living pile of rocks into some kind of like half snake, half rock creature? Let me know down in the comments if you have any theories. Oh, bye. He's bored of that conversation. Okay. Now that we've secured our very first shiny, we enter our second zone, the Crimson Mirelands. This is my personal least favorite zone in the game. I guess some places have to be worse than others. I don't know. It just really doesn't grab me. Anyway, we start cruising around this cesspool in search of the perfect, or really any shiny. Okay, I will say the Mirelands does look pretty good in the sunset. Kind of makes me want to say something deep, you know? Something profound. Give me a minute. It's coming. Okay, yeah, no, forget that part. Anywho, at this point we trudge through the swamp, making our rounds and having more profound thoughts with each passing sunset for about 3-ish hours until we get that little hit of dopamine when we hear the sound we've been waiting for. Oh man, shiny Carnivine? This is easily bottom 5 Pokemon of all time for me. Whatever. After our practice in the Obsidian Fieldlands, we're a little bit more reckless with our catching technique. Sorta charging right at it, but it all works out in the end. We land a fat back shot, which secures our second shiny. Then we head over to camp, grab our friend from the pasture, and hey, don't bite me. Not nice. All right, so this thing is all right. It does have a pretty significant difference in color from the regular Carnivine with its yellow leaves. One thing I did notice is that it doesn't seem to have a sleep animation, which is a little bit off-putting, I will say. See, look, Golem, good boy, sleeping. Carnivine, just kind of sits there and stares into my soul. I hate it. But the most important thing about this guy is that it allows us to return to Jubilife, then move on to my personal favorite area in the game, the Cobalt Coastlands. I think it's the big cliffs next to the ocean that does it for me. Always been a sucker for that kind of thing. The only thing I don't really love about this place are these lava pits. Why in the world can I not fly over these things? Seriously. Anyway, we start flying and surfing around this paradise until we make a serious discovery. Wait, what was that? Have you been able to do this jump boost thing the whole time this game's been out? Okay, so we use our new movement technology to fly through the air in our continued search for our ticket out of this place. Then I realized we're about 8 hours into this challenge, so I've got some time to just soak in some rays, right? So we head over to get some R&R on the volcano island. Unfortunately, right as we're closing in on our island vacation, we hear it. All right, which one of you bubbles made the sound? Show me. Show your face. Turns out we've stumbled across a shiny tentacruel. I do get a little nervous trying to catch this thing since it likes to bob and weave below the surface, but everything turns out all right as we manage to snag it on the first ball after stunning it. So we head back to camp and grab it from the pasture. Ah, look at him. Ow! Guess I know why they named this thing Tentacruel, huh? Anyway, I'm a big fan of Tentacruel and think it has a pretty awesome shiny with the green on the top there, so I'm happy with this catch. One unfortunate thing that this game made me realize though is that the thing right on the front of Tentacruel here, not his nose, actually a set of pretty spooky crab claw things. I like it less now. What can you do? At this point, we head back to Jubilife Village and take a quick look at the team. Looking good, fellas. All right, with no time to waste, we set off for our second to last destination, the Coronet Highlands, or as I like to call it, the Cliffs of Madness. So we start climbing the cliffs and flying around until we notice the greatest atrocity in this game by far. Look at these low-res flying Pokemon that they put in the game. Did they think that people wouldn't notice that? Anyway, we start making laps around the zone, slowly losing our sanity in the cliffs until we discover a fun little game that you can play with this waterfall here. Yeah, it's kind of cool, right? I don't know. We were going on 10 hours of grinding at this point, and I think the cliffs were really starting to get to me. Don't judge me. At this point, we just keep on climbing and flying and goofing around until we hear that sweet ring. Turns out this shiny is actually one of those low-res flying Pokemon from before. I promise you I had decided to talk about that in the video before I knew it was going to be our shiny. And if I didn't know better, I might think that Game Freak is listening to me. But who am I kidding? No way Game Freak listens to their fans. Anyway, I have to be honest, I have literally never attempted to catch a flying Pokemon in this game before. Okay, turns out it's kind of like catching any other Pokemon, only it's flying. So we just let him have it. Luckily, it does get into the first ball we hit it with, so we head back to camp and grab the newest homie. Magnezone is in the same tier as Tentacruel for me. Lots of Nuzlocke memories and a pretty good shiny. Although, not as good of a shiny as Magnemite and Magneton, who I would have really liked to see, but can't have it all. So silly, Magnezone. All right, that's 4 areas down, 1 to go, and about 13 hours of time left for the challenge. But I would really like to go to bed, so let's make this last one quick. Our final area is, of course, the Alabaster Icelands, which I find so incredibly annoying to traverse, but I still love it for some reason. Is it just me, or is this place looking real bright today? Hopefully we don't miss a shiny because we can't see it. In our fatigued state, we take to the skies and start making laps for a couple hours. At this point, we're 12 hours in, and I'm just a complete zombie at my desk. And to keep things interesting, I start trying to go into different parts of the map. And as we're running through the ice tunnels, something truly infuriating happens that I didn't notice until I was editing down the footage later. Did you catch it? Let's roll it back. Enhance? Too far. Sorry, just getting used to this thing. Okay, yeah. That would in fact be a shiny Bergamite. This little guy would have been my fastest shiny of the whole challenge and would have released me from my suffering, but we just ran right by him. Nice. I can only speculate as to what happened here. I guess we just didn't hear it, which is probably better for my mental health than failing a catch, but both definitely suck. Anyway, we keep on trucking around the frozen wasteland none the wiser, getting more and more angry with each passing low-res Pokemon until we find ourselves at 16 hours in and our wits end. But just as we're getting ready to send off the $100 Venmo payment to be able to just go to bed, we hear it. The most cathartic sound that you could possibly imagine. Funnily enough, our last shiny ends up being a Bergamite, which thankfully for my sleep-deprived self is one of the easiest Pokemon to catch. So we get it first ball. Look how silly this little guy is. Anyway, we evolve it into a Hisuian Avalugg, which I think is a super underrated shiny and Pokemon design in general. Don't get me wrong, Rock Ice, you kidding me? It's super trash for battles, but the design is great. All right, let's take a look at the team. This was kind of a dumb challenge that ended up taking me over 16 hours in one day to complete. I guess I'm happy I was able to pull it off and didn't embarrass myself in front of the whole world. Anyway, like the video and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it. Till next time.